Well, this was yesterday's flight to Mount Tennant. I've added a Mobius camera to the nose and taken 50 grams of lead out of the nose to compensate for it. So this is the first, hopefully, high definition video I get of the mountain. So takeoff goes well. It's a little bit windy today, but not too bad. Well, certainly not at ground level. So the launch goes well. I'm heading out to the mountain. There's a little bit of bumpiness, but not a huge amount. So here we are, just starting the climb. I head out to the down the valley to make sure I get enough clearance over the foothills, and once I'm up around 400 metres I head back to the mountain. Coming into view now. I must say this high definition video is much better than the stuff I'm getting off the transmitted video through the DVR. But nice clear day, no clouds today. And the wind's starting to knock me around a bit. The wind's actually coming from behind the plane, so I'm being pushed towards it. So I'm flying virtually south and the wind's coming out of the northwest a bit. So I've actually gone past the mountain a little bit, and I'm turned towards it. I'm flying virtually west, but I don't seem to be getting any closer. And when I start paying a bit more attention to the on-screen display, I'm saying, well, I'm doing fast enough, I should be going there, but the distance is going up. I should be getting closer to home rather than further from home because I'm flying slightly northwest. And then I noticed that the little plane icon on the radar screen is showing me flying south, so I can only assume that I'm being blown past the mountain by the wind. So I increase the throttle substantially and start seeing the distance go down, and I start seeing some progress towards the top of the mountain. But this has taken 2 or 3 minutes to work out. And as you can see, it's been beaten up by the wind a fair bit. I'm having to fight to sort of stay on track. But now that I'm getting nearer, you can see the progress is a bit faster. I seem to be creeping up on it. So here we go. The tower at the front is the fire watch tower that's manned in summer, which is about from now on, and there's a telecommunications tower behind it. So I fly over the top and decide to do a circuit and come back again, and when I do, I'm quite surprised by how far away from the mountaintop I am. The wind has obviously caught me again and blown me a fair bit back. So here I am flying virtually west. You can see the towers on the top of the mountain, and again looking at the OSD, the distance is going the wrong way and the plane thinks I'm flying west, and it's now I'm making progress towards it. But I look at the battery voltage and I think, well, I just haven't got enough time to do anything, so I'll take the plane down the side of the mountain and hope the wind's a little bit less further down. So I think I get down around about 400 metres and then put it into return to home mode. Yeah, it's just going in the return to home mode now. So I've got some speed, but that little icon in the middle is telling me that the plane is actually travelling east rather than north where I want to be. So I'll take it out of return to home mode and fly it round in a wide circle and bring it back and put it back in the return to home mode and hope it'll stay there this time. And the battery voltage is down at under 10.5, which means I've got very little. The radar in the middle shows the plane heading straight for home. When they don't agree like that, it's not a good sign. It means I'm being blown east again. So I put it into manual mode and decide to lose some more altitude so I can cut back on the power and conserve a little bit of battery, which is now down below 10.5, and it drops pretty quickly once it gets down to 10.5. So I'm still a kilometre and a half from home with a low battery. The wind's still blowing me around. I'm having to fly a bit west to keep on line. So it's still coming down, still trying to save the battery. And I would be thinking about levelling out here. Getting very close. Which I'll do there, and I'll have to put a little bit more throttle on to maintain level flight. I'm down below 10 volts now and I'm in trouble. Good sign is I'm online for home, which I can see now, so I don't really need the radar that much. But I'm just praying now. I'm trying to fly as slow as I can while still maintaining altitude. I'm still on the goggles. I haven't had time to take them off, and I don't think I'm going to be able to. So we're getting quite close now. That dam on the left there is virtually in front of the flight box. And the battery's down below 9 volts now. I'm expecting the motor to cut any time, and it does. So this is the Spectre having a glide, and it doesn't do it very well with that big thick chord wing. So I'm going to have to basically swoop into land, I think. So I'll hold it as long as I can and then drop it with the intention of trying to hit the strip, but the wind blows me off course again and I end up going straight for the dam and decide, well, if I can just hold it above that I'll be happy. Which I do, and we managed to just hit the paddock and miss the magpie, so that was good. So I was pleased to get out there, and the moral of the story is don't go for a second pass, I think, and pay more attention to the wind while you're going out there. It's really, it must have been blowing 60 kilometres an hour up there, and it still, when I got back, it was only about 10 down on the ground. So pretty happy to have it all back in one piece, so